All right, so today you can take out a plain piece of paper right now. The heading you can write down is angles. Okay, now angles, there are many different types. Okay, so the first one we're going to learn the type 1. We will be learning, okay, write it down, ready? Angles. So what is type 1? So type 1 we're going to learn is called angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. Now, what does that mean? Straight line, you all know what is a straight line, right? So I'm going to highlight straight line and I'm going to draw a straight line. Pink with pink. So that is my straight line. So angles on a straight line means you need to know where the point is. So this is at that particular point. Usually, they will draw another line here, okay? So use your ruler and draw another line right here. So for example, they tell you that this person here is 123 degrees. So they want you to find angle X. So what does that mean? You need to know that angles on a straight line will add up to 180 degrees. So it means that 123 plus the X will give me a total of 180 degrees. So if I want to find angle X, this is how I will write. Angle X is equal to the total sum of 180. Take away the 123 degrees will give me how much? Will give me how much? Okay, so 57 degrees. The end.
Can you say you don't write like the cross? You say write like this.
Okay, so for the next one, it's a little bit more. So here is X, and here is like, for example, like 52 degrees. So what does that mean? Can you see that this is also angles on a straight line? Correct? The pink color one. But right now, this is the black dot. Can you see? I always like to put the black dot. On this black dot, there are how many angles on this black dot? 3 angles. Just now got how many angles? 2 angles. Right now there's 3. So it's the same thing. If right now I want to find my angle X, it's also the same because all 3 angles will add up to 180 degrees, right? So it's 180 minus away. Can you see this thing here? What does this mean that you learned last year? Yes, this means 90 degrees. So we just minus off your 90 degrees. We should kind of need to know that that represents 90 degrees. And minus away 52 degrees. Then put that in your calculator and that will be your answer. And what's your answer? Yep, 30 degrees. The end. So now you can make your notes for type 1. And next we'll move on is type 2. So these are all basics, okay? Angle, like basic one. Later we'll do more complex. Complex means a hybrid of type 1, type 2, and type 3 together. So right now, let's move on to the next type. So the next type will be called type 2. So write it down, type 2. Type 2 will be a different color. Okay, so type 2 will be called angles at a point. So just now we used pink. So right now we can use a different color. So angles at a point will be, I will not highlight, I'll highlight at a point. At a point means it's 360 degrees. So usually how does angles at a point look like? Angles at a point will look something like that. Okay, why we know it's called angles at a point? Because this is where my point is. So for example, here it's 48 degrees. So now they want me to find X. So can you see it's like one full circle? So in order to find angle X, okay, in order to find angle X is, because everything will add up to 360 degrees, So you take 360 degrees minus 48 degrees will get me the answer. That's it. And how much is that?
312.
312. Okay, so you all can copy that. So the next one we'll do is slightly more complex, means a little bit more this time round. So the same thing, I'm going to draw here, here, here. So this is 90 degrees. We have already learned that. This is X. And this is 145 degrees. So we already learned this is called angles at a point. This is where the point is. Okay, whereby everything, all these things add up to 360 degrees. So in order for me to find angle X, so angle X will just be 360 degrees minus away the 90 degrees that I already know that this is 90 degrees, minus away 145 degrees will give me the answer. And how much is that? So if you take that and minus, you get the answer. So the answer is 125 degrees. The end. So once you're done making your notes, we can move on to type 3. Okay, the last one, I'll call it as the X-Men. So X-Men means literally the alphabet X. These are called vertically opposite angles. And what is vertically opposite angles? Vertically opposite angles just mean that they are the same. Meaning to say that right now, if let's say I have this answer. Okay, I have a line. A line right here and a line right here. Then I have that this person is, for example, 38 degrees. And I want to find X. So where's my X-Men? My X-Men is here and here. Meaning to say that they are vertically opposite. Means the skinny X-Men with the skinny X-Men is the same. And can you see, guys, if it's X-Men, meaning to say that this blue angle and this blue angle are the same. But did the question want a blue angle? What does the question want? The question wants a red color angle. And I know that it's the same. So I can say that angle X is actually equal to how much?
38.
38 degrees. The end. And you don't need to give reasoning. Unless you go to set 1, then you need to go and give reasoning. But for now, you all don't need. Okay? And that's all for today. So the rest of the time, you can go and do your corrections.